Juneteenth, we celebrate because we have an opportunity to do well by others. I'm reminded and I'm thankful that I've become a friend of Senator West. Not only is he large in stature, but he stands large in the legislature. We work together. He works tirelessly for African American minority-owned business, and as he stated, not only that, he has been taught, like my parents taught me, that a rising tide raises the whole ship. And so he recognized that in order for us to be successful in business in Texas, that each of us, all entities, all ethnicities, all types of business, must be able to rise and enjoy this great Texas economy. To Dr. Powers, the University of Texas, we certainly are indebted to you in collaboration with the study. We worked hard, we looked at the questions, we changed the questions, we go back and change them again. I guess Bruce would say, wow, I'll be glad when they make up their minds. But in the end, as a former elected official, I know that we do studies and we have placed them on the bookshelves and they grow dust, grow cobwebs and gather dust over the years and we do nothing with it. I was laughing on the way to the office this morning. I was talking to Dr. Butler. That was a significant part of what we've done. And he says, Jim, make sure that you don't forget that after you are handed this report and this survey, that there is a path forward. And so we will create a path forward. To Arthur McDonald, the hub coordinator at UT, Arthur was tireless in his support of the of TAC. Over the years, all the years that I've been associated with, 15 years that I've been associated with TAC, Arthur has been there standing up. Jim, what can we do as the University of Texas? What can we do to assist small business? And he has done this, and he was the champion. We give a lot of credit, but somebody has to prod. You know how your locality go into, you have to take and have a hot shot to keep moving along. Thank you, Arthur. Give him a hand, please. I was reviewing some data. African Americans in America in 2012 spent $1.2 trillion. 1.2, that's a T, $1.2 trillion. And we were less than 2% that remained in our communities. And that's why our communities look as they look today. If we are to change the dynamic, not only in Texas, but in America, we must change our communities. I tell the story all the time to my grandchildren, in which I have many. I tell them all the time that I did not go to JCPenney to get my suit for Easter or Christmas. I went to Mr. Mumford's men's store, which was in the community, in which I purchased. We must learn to redevelop our communities in order to reduce unemployment among our young people, our teens, and then we create jobs. We have a saying at the U.S. Black Chamber, if you would hire one person, it would reduce unemployment in the African American community significantly. So we wanted to take and acknowledge that. You would hear more from me when we get over, after we hear from Dr. Walker at the luncheon, and we will talk about this study and our path forward. One thing I would like to do before I leave the podium and Charles come back is acknowledge the board members that are in attendance. As you probably are aware, many of our boards are having Juneteenth celebration and they're absent. But for those that are here, we cherish those. For those state agencies that are here that support TAC tremendously, and I see many of you here, we certainly appreciate that, and we're always grateful. We'll be indebted to your assistance. So I'm not going to call you name by name because I might miss someone, but I'm going to ask all the TAC boards to step forward, if you will, please. For those that may not be familiar with the Texas Association of African American Chambers of Commerce, We represent 22 chambers across the state of Texas. That is roughly some 10,000 members in that membership, in that affiliation. We also have the National Association of Minority Contractors out of Beaumont, that's our member. And so we look forward to working with you. We really use an inordinate amount of time here at the Capitol trying to impact legislation, policy for our representatives. And I see one guy I got to recognize. I see him way in the back. Out of Sylvester Turner.